Muhammad Kamaruzzaman, a renowned intellectual, writer and journalist, Senior Assistant Secretary General of Bangladesh Jamaat Islami, popular student leader of 80s. He has obtained his master's degree in mass communications and journalism from Dhaka University. Former news editor of Daily Sangram, editor of Weekly Sonar Bangla, member of National Press Club, lifetime member of Bangla Academy, lifetime member of Dakshu. Muhammad Kamaruzzaman was born in 1952. He was just 19 in 1971. Now some allegations have been brought against him which were never heard in last 40 years. The tribunal also showed him arrest in connection with those allegations. Allegations after allegations brought out against him. The Appellate Division handed down death penalty against Mr. Kamaruzzaman in connection with the third allegation. Let's have a look what has been said in the third allegation and also into the trial procedure of the case. It is stated in the third allegation that on 25th July of 1971 and 10th Shravan of the Bengali calendar at dawn, Muhammad Kamaruzzaman instructed the Pakistani army and the auxiliary forces like Al-Badr, Rajaka to carry mass killing, and accordingly Pakistani army and the member of the auxiliary forces cordoned the Sohagpur village and killed 164 villagers and raped the women indiscriminately. The tribunal handed down death penalty against Muhammad Kamaruzzaman in line with this charge, and the Appellate Division also upheld the verdict in a dissenting judgment. 3 victim women were produced before the tribunal in connection with the charge. A camera trial was held in the tribunal subsequently, where the judges, prosecutors, defense lawyers and Kamaruzzaman were present. Even after producing 10 prosecution witnesses, the prosecution produced 3 more women as additional witnesses. Even they were not included among the list of the prosecution witnesses. In the cross-examination, different witnesses testified in a different way. The self-claimed 4 victim witnesses also admitted that they came to know Kamaruzzaman after the independence war. 10th witness Jalaluddin said in his statement that I have seen Kamaruzzaman for several times after 1971. In the subsequent cross-examination, he reaffirmed that after long days of the 1971, I saw Kamaruzzaman in a party meeting near the bungalow at the Sherpur town for the first time. 11th witness Hassan Banu was asked for how many days she knows the accused who is present in the dock. Replying to such query, she said, following the independence, we heard from our seniors that the accused was a great leader and he doesn't know Kamaruzzaman personally. Just heard about him. 12th witness Hafiza Bewa saw Mr. Kamaruzzaman for the first time in the television. In the cross-examination, she admitted that I know Kamaruzzaman since the War of Liberation ended. I saw him for the first time in the television. Then why the liabilities of raping her or murdering her husband would go upon Kamaruzzaman? Hafiza Bewa said, I heard the name from the superiors. Who are these superiors is not clear. Is this top bosses of the government? Or is it the prosecutor or the investigation officer? Most surprising thing is the 13th witness Korofuli Bewa clearly stated, I didn't know Kamaruzzaman prior to the war. I came to know him later. I first saw him 3 or 4 months after the independence. The way of his recognizing Kamaruzzaman was also interesting. She said, I first saw Kamaruzzaman when he was walking in front of my house. But the fact is, Kamaruzzaman's house is situated in Sherpur town, while the house of Korofuli Bewa is situated in the Sohagpur under Nokla Upazila, which is 45 km away from the town. 11 witness Hassan Banu said, "I often forget within short time. It's a mystery that how can she recall the memory of 43 years? Though this witness could mention a date of Bengali calendar while narrating the crime incident, but surprisingly, she couldn't mention the date in which she had been examined." 11 witness Hassan Banu's father said she even couldn't say her date of marriage or her date of birth. Hassan Banu was also failed to say the date on which she was produced before the tribunal. This witness can't mention the name of any local freedom fighter as well. She categorically admitted that she couldn't say the name of the freedom fighters belonged to Sohagpur. Mysteriously, she only knows Kamaruzzaman and only Kamaruzzaman. 13th witness Korofuli Bewa admitted in the tribunal that she has no idea about the date of calendars both in Bengali or English. But surprisingly, she recalled the incident of 43 years back and could remember the date and the month successfully. It indicates she has said the date which she has memorized. In the cross, she also confirmed her incapacity to say the date and time, as she stated in the cross that I can say the date of the year of my first or the second marriage. Even I don't know the date when my daughter Mariam was expired. This incident proved that these 3 women witnesses has testified in the tribunal as they had been tutored and instructed. The date of rape incident also differs. 12th witness Hafiza Bewa claimed to be raped in the same date with another victim Korofuli. Hafiza said, on that day, 10th Shraban, many women were raped including me, Korofuli Bewa and Shomla Bewa. But 13th witness Korofuli Bewa said, putting the dead bodies in the cow room we left for Nokla. I was raped 3 days later by the Punjabi men when I returned home and was standing in that cow room. Then, who is telling the truth? Actually, these inconsistencies are found as the entire story is concocted. While the charge order simply referred a single date of 25th July or 10th Shraban, no more date of the incident is mentioned in the charge order. Coming to the tribunal, these 3 witnesses have stated that Kamaruzzaman was present while raping them. But they didn't say that while giving a statement before the investigation officer. Even the charge framing order didn't mention anything specific about the presence of Kamaruzzaman during the crime incident. Another important thing is, neither the prosecution nor the witness could say that when, how and to whom Mr. Kamaruzzaman gave the instruction of mass killing. 13th prosecution witness Korofuli Bewa told differently in different times. In the cross, she said once that none asked me to give testimony in this case. I have come with self-effort. Then she again said that Jalal, 10th prosecution witness, had brought me here. Jalal asked me to come here. 3 prosecution witnesses were produced in the tribunal to prove this charge. If we read their testimony at a time, then inconsistencies would be clarified. Korofuli Bewa said, Habi came with me, none except Jalal and Habi came with me. While 12th prosecution witness Hafiza Bewa said, Korofuli Bewa came with me. We came together and now we are staying together. While 11th prosecution witness Hassan Banu said, I had asked 6 women to come Dhaka and then we came all together. Korofuli Bewa has come. I don't know the name of the rest of these women. After coming to Dhaka, we all are living together. Though Hassan Banu claimed to come in Dhaka with self-effort, but she can't even tell the court about the bus fare when she has been asked by the defense lawyer. Whom will you believe? They have given contradictory statement as they delivered the testimony as they had been tutored by the prosecution. This is the main reason behind their inconsistency and irrelevant statement. This incident clearly substantiated that the allegations which they have been brought against Kamaruzzaman are entirely false, bogus, concocted and fictitious. Testimony was made under the backing and instruction of the government. Hassan Banu was produced as the prosecution witness as she had been provided many government facilities and privileges. She admitted in the cross-examination that we had no land of our own during the Liberation War. My husband was used to cultivate on the land of others. Still, we don't have any land. After the Liberation War, I worked as a housemaid in different houses. Even I had come to Dhaka earlier for same working purpose. Though these 3 witnesses claimed themselves as a widow, but all of them were get married for second time and now they have kids. Let's see who were truly responsible for the Sohagpur massacre. Arshad Ali, a resident of the Sohagpur village, was a defense witness. His father, Akbar Ali, was brutally killed by the Pakistani army on the massacre day. About Sohagpur genocide, he said, "We settled in that village along with other refugees came from India and managed land properties over there. At that time, local Fochi chairman, Nojir Master, Kadir Doctor and Nosa Gong tried to evacuate us due to previous faction. All of them were collaborators of the Pakistani army. They had influenced the army to make this incident. They had portrayed us as freedom fighter to the Pakistani army." Journalist Mamun Rashid visited the spot in connection with Sohagpur massacre and published a book after collecting the interview of the 15 victim women witnesses. Even the 10th and 13th prosecution witnesses admitted that they had given interview with the journalist. 11 prosecution witness Hassan Banu and 13th witness Korfuli Bewa in their given interview with Mamun Rashid also told nothing about the involvement of Muhammad Kamaruzzaman with the aforesaid rape or mass killing charges. Besides, 138 names of the Razakars were placed in the book where the name of Kamaruzzaman is not found. But coming to the tribunal, they implicated Muhammad Kamaruzzaman with the incident as they had taken facilities and privileges from the government. Government's obstruction to produce defense witness. In the trial procedure of Muhammad Kamaruzzaman, prosecution was allowed to produce 18 witnesses, but the tribunal arbitrarily limited the number of defense witnesses. Defense was given chance to produce only 5 witnesses to prove their case. The question of the people. If Kamaruzzaman was really involved with the Sohagpur massacre and the rape incident, then the testimonies of all the witnesses would be the same. They would not make any information forgery and no inconsistencies were found. If we scrutinize the aforesaid testimonies, then it would be clear that they have given false statement, and on the basis of this wrong statement, the Appellate Division has handed down death penalty against innocent Muhammad Kamaruzzaman, and the government is doing a hurry now to execute him. But the truth will be revealed one day, inshallah. Raise your voice to stop this judicial murder for the sake of humanity and justice.